then Kinyi Udom, I'm the head teacher of Kwala Girls, and this school was built the way back in 1986 when Father Connelly, the late, was the father in charge of Kwala Parish, and fortunately he had a big dream for this school, but unfortunately he died after he had built the whole school plus the toilets. So since then, later on the school was owned up by the government, but under the sponsorship of the Catholic Church. But in terms of maintaining all these physical facilities has not been so good because there's nobody so responsible. The money that we get from the government is very little that cannot even maintain the physical facilities of the school. So like the latrines, they were built in the year that the school was started, but up to now they're now filled up and we need to build some new ones, but because we are unable to raise that fund, we always call for well-wishers if we could get a little, or we organize a mini harambee so that we can build some new latrines for the girls. Because those ones are filled up, we did a little exhausting them during the December holiday, but now that the schools are open, I'm sure they're going to fill again. And we want a permanent solution, because exhausting them is not giving us a permanent solution. When it comes to those county government things, those who have applied, sometimes they don't get.
Oh, it's not a surety.
It's not a surety. Then most of them also come in during political campaigns to get that political mileage, which at the end of the day they end up not fulfilling their promises. So sometimes if you want to get a permanent solution, you don't rely so much on the politicians, because they'll promise you something, but at the end of the day they don't give you anything. But the government, they're helping us in employing the teachers.
Oh, the teachers are
teachers and FP, free primary. Yeah. So that money is very little. You cannot even do an extra thing with it. Then also it comes with vote heads. So you can't do something outside that box.
The head teacher of Black Primary School. This one I think was very big by the parents. It was through the organization. It was the fee. I mean, they collected some money from the parents. Though it was the parents' efforts, and raising the fund is not an easy task. And so since then up to now, nothing has happened. So as a new head teacher, when I came in, I found the biggest challenge here because for 1 hour I've been taken around by the chairman. I was shown and picked up what had been done before, and it was like it has taken time because they lacked some funds. Now we talked and looked at means and ways of how we could actually raise some money to construct another pit latrine. It's unfortunate, but again, the Matiangi issue. Things were cancelled and the parents are no longer contributing because they feel that collecting money is rather illegal. We have a biggest challenge in the school because for one, you find we have a big population, over 400. Now these children, they don't have proper places to go in. And we are planning of actually constructing a latrine, but because again our hands are tied, I would say that rather fortunate because I'm now looking for other people who could help, like the NGOs, that could come into assistance and assist us and do the necessary. Otherwise, our children are suffering, boys and girls. And even a set of teachers, there's a structure, actually not a latrine, you look at it, is something that is almost falling down. You go there, from there you have become tired because you are so much squeezed. And I would say that actually doesn't look like a toilet being used by the officers, because teachers are the officers. I would say that is not. In fact, if you look at now the physical infrastructure of the school, is a major challenge because of lack of money and how actually to raise it to do some repair work. And also the cholera, which is normally an outspread in the community. And the cholera, is a very, very big challenge because it has even affected some areas within the surrounding. So there's a possibility that even the children are most likely be affected by such kinds of diseases like cholera and such things like dysentery and typhoid and others.
My name is Dr. Hazel Mumbo. I work for JICA Okadem project, which is affiliated to the Ministry of Health, and our function is to capacity build on issues related to the county human resource for health and county department of health, public health issues. From my experience as the chair of the board of a rural girls' school, I realized that there are various challenges that are posed with the poor sanitation in schools. One of them is absenteeism among the girl child, leading to poor performance in schools. Most rural schools in sub-Saharan Africa, and specifically in Kenya, have dilapidated latrines, and some are even at the risk of being closed by the public health department. The other thing is that the toilets are in such a state that students risk falling into them, if especially the young children under the age of 10 risk falling into them because of the state of the latrines. The toilets are a time bomb because they actually are a risk in terms of spread of disease, such as diarrhea, trachoma, and shall I say all the soil-related diseases, that are contracted due to the tapeworms and all. Focus on sanitation is fundamental to the human fraternity. This is because thousands of students risk their lives. The risk that they go through is major, and if nothing is done about it, then we risk losing most of those children and transferring diseases, making us reverse the trends that are trying to be regained in universal health coverage. Any help that would be provided to these schools would enable the students to live a dignified life, and the funds would go a long way to improve safe and clean water supply. It would also improve the sanitation and the hygiene facilities within the school. The second one is the improvement of girl and women menstrual health management and promotion of behavior change. And lastly, we would use it to give information and knowledge to the students so that they are able to articulate issues related to sanitation, water and hygiene as stipulated by WHO.
My names are Ezekiel Ware. I am the chairman of Community Strategic Change and Development Organization. This is a legally registered NGO whose vision is to empower communities to live dignified and productive lives. Our main objective as an organization is to alleviate poverty and to improve the welfare of the poor and disadvantaged at the community. The problem of poor sanitation in the country was highlighted in rural schools by the media. And when these media reports were coming out, I personally thought that I should stand up and stand out for the children. And by standing up for the children is what role was I supposed to play, and part of the role I decided to play was to start this NGO that will impact on all the schools across the country. And by doing this, in future, we should not go back to where we started, that we have bad sanitation for our children, but creating decent sanitation that every children across the country can use and also be happy to go to school every day. Our organization, Community Strategic Change and Development Organization, is also working with the Ministry of Education, where we're a member of the Interagency Coordinating Committee. We are also on the task force of water, sanitation and hygiene in schools, where we will be able to now address the problem of poor sanitation in rural schools across the country, where children are faced with diseases such as cholera and diarrhea. And so that as we move forward, our children cannot be affected, and also neither can their learning be affected because of being ill or being absent from schools. And that is why we thought as an organization it is important that we take up this task. CSCDO is planning to construct 100 ventilated and improved latrines in schools, whereby we'll be able to meet the ratio of 35 toilets to 1 for boys and 25 to 1 for girls. And by doing this, because currently the ratio is 100 students to 1 toilet, and this is a big problem. And if we can address and contribute to reducing these numbers by improving by constructing more toilets in the public rural schools, then we'll be able to ensure that the children ratio to latrine to ratio is solved. So we are also looking at building toilets that are user-friendly to the disabled children in schools, and also we'll be addressing menstruation for the girl child, so that we'll be able to manage the menstruation in schools for the girl child. And this, I think, is very important. Finally, to end, Community Strategic Change Organization is planning to run a campaign called Healthy Schools for Healthy Children. This is where we are asking schools, parents, organizations and institutions and the community as a whole to donate $5 so that we can be able to contribute and participate in improving sanitation in these poor schools in the rural areas. And we hope that we could get as many people supporting this initiative, because at the end of the day it is for our children, and once our children have good sanitation, they can also meet their dreams for the future through good education.